From the very first second, a scrawny 12-year-old kid in a cramped West Side Cincinnati bedroom screamed, BNNNNNNNNN, into a $30 microphone so loud the walls shook, and his mom started banging on the door yelling, Darren, I swear to God if you don't shut up, I'm putting you outside. Something unholy was already brewing. Something far bigger than just another child playing FIFA for 5 viewers. Something that would, in less than 8 years, detonate and turn Darren Watkins, Jr., into the single most violent, addictive, uncontrollable force the internet has ever witnessed. A living natural disaster measured not merely in the 41 million YouTube subscribers he would own by November 2025, not merely in the $30 to $50 million fortune stacked in his bank accounts, but in his supernatural ability to make hundreds of millions of human beings on every continent simultaneously stop whatever they were doing just to watch him cry, laugh, rage, dance, collapse, accidentally flash the entire planet, get tackled on a World Cup pitch, get detained in Norway, get mobbed by 50,000 people in Brazil, meet Cristiano Ronaldo face-to-face and then sob uncontrollably for 45 straight minutes while repeating, I can die now, to a camera covered in tears and snot. Because IShowSpeed was never just a streamer, never just an influencer. He was a Category 5 hurricane in human form, an unguided missile made of pure emotion that no manager, no label, no platform, not even his own mother could ever tame. An energy so raw that when he accidentally exposed himself to 30,000 live viewers on December 12, 2022, while jumping out of his chair during a horror game, the moment that should have ended everything instead became the single greatest launchpad of his life. Not because the scandal destroyed him, but because it revealed to the entire world that this boy simply could not be broken. He came back the next day wearing a thong over his jeans, barked louder than ever, told chat, y'all seen meat before, grow up, and gained another 1 million subscribers in a week, as if the internet itself tried to punish him, and the punishment backfired into even more fame. That was the real beginning of the legend. From a bedroom in Ohio to arenas selling out in 90 seconds flat, from a permanent Twitch ban for telling a female creator on Adin Ross's stream to go make me a sandwich, to the biggest non-exclusive deal in Kick history worth a guaranteed $10 million, from a teenager selling bootleg Ronaldo jerseys outside Old Trafford with $800 in his pocket to the night in Lisbon when Cristiano Ronaldo himself walked on stage during the Siwoo World Tour, put an arm around Speed's shoulder, and performed the iconic celebration together while 60,000 phones lit up the sky, and 400 million people watched the clip on loop the next morning. From a kid who once got suspended from high school for threatening to swat a Valorant teammate who called him the N-word to the same kid headlining Madison Square Garden, filling the O2 in London 3 nights in a row, causing a near riot in Amsterdam when 15,000 showed up for a meet and greet advertised for 200, accidentally starting a stampede in Sao Paulo that injured dozens, getting pepper sprayed in Copenhagen, detained for 8 hours in Oslo after jumping a barrier at a national parade for content, carried out unconscious in Manchester after fans rushed the stage, carried out on a stretcher in Buenos Aires after fainting from dehydration mid-performance, and sometimes in the dead silence after he finally ends a 12-hour stream, when the chat is gone and the lights are off, you can see it for half a second. A 20-year-old kid staring at a black screen, chest still heaving, asking nobody in particular, bro, when does this stop? And nobody, not even him, has an answer. Doctors told him in July 2025 his heart was racing at 180 beats per minute while he was just sitting still. They called it chronic adrenaline overload, warned him that one day the engine might not slow down when he needs it to, but Speed just laughed, barked, I'll die on live, chat, that's the dream, and hit go live again. Yet every single time he woke up the next day, cracked the same busted tooth smile, barked, we back, chat, and broke another concurrent viewer record, because that is the entire paradox of IShowSpeed. Every single event that should have ended a normal career only injected rocket fuel into his. The meat incident, the Twitch ban, the multiple swattings, the fireworks shot at his $10 million Los Angeles mansion in July 2025, the resurfaced 2019 clips, the Adin fallout, the Kai Cenat beef, the Ava drama, the Rizbot AI deepfake lawsuit he actually won, the Speed coin pump and dump accusations that never stuck, the China state media propaganda tour controversy that only made him trend harder, the Olympic gymnast fart microphone incident that became the funniest meme of the summer, The seizure scare that turned out to be pure exhaustion after a 31-day glassbox subathon in Times Square that almost killed him. And there's a clip almost nobody saw. 4:17 a.m. In a hotel room in Shanghai, camera off, microphone still hot, you hear him whisper to himself, "I'm tired, bro, I'm actually tired." Then immediately catch himself, clear his throat, and scream, "Ayo, chat, we back," like flipping a switch because turning it off has never been an option. He keeps a private note on his phone that only 3 people have ever seen. It just says, "If I die young, tell my mom I loved her and tell Ronaldo thank you." He added it the night he got carried out on a stretcher in Argentina, then never spoke about it again. Every time he says, "I can die now," after a big win, the chat spams skull emojis and laughs. But the truth is he said that exact sentence 47 separate times on stream since 2022, and one day the universe might not realize he's joking. By late 2025, he is 20 years old, stands 6-foot-something in Tim's, has platinum records hanging crooked on walls he barely lives in, has a verified checkmark from Ronaldo himself tattooed over the old. "If Ronaldo notices me, I retire," ink that he finally lasered off after Lisbon, has cried on stream more times than most people cry in a lifetime, has barked himself hoarse in 30 countries, accidentally invented half the slang Gen Alpha uses, accidentally became the most viewed live entertainer in human history, accidentally turned a childhood obsession into a real friendship with the greatest footballer alive, accidentally survived every possible cancellation, every possible burnout scare, every possible moment where the world screamed, "This is finally it. He's done," only to watch him stand back up, wipe the blood or tears or both from his face, hit go live, and break the internet all over again. And maybe that is the truest sentence ever spoken about IShowSpeed. There was never a downfall because a downfall requires gravity, and gravity never figured out how to pull this kid back to earth. He just kept rising, louder, wilder, more unhinged, more human, more himself, until the entire planet had no choice but to bark back.